Freshly delivered to my doorstep this morning is my brand new cordless 40 volt Makita circular saw. This is the bare unit, so it doesn't have the battery or the charger because I've already got those. Take the bits out of the box. Usual garlic gump, the instructions to do with the AWS, which is the Bluetooth sender, which pops into here, and you can fit the other receiver to your vacuum, so that when you pull the trigger on the machine, it turns the vacuum on, turns it off automatically. A great thing for on site, but for me, not something I use every day, so I don't really need that. Typical standard circular saw, but this one has the advantage that it also has a track saw plate. You can buy the track saw separately from Makita, and as with all track saws, they just fit straight in, and well, you know how they work. Side guide, that fits in down there. It also has a light in here, so you can see what you're doing when you're sawing your wood. Various options for angles. Release the trigger on the back, drops the plate down. So that gives you that way, just drops front and back. Obviously goes the other angle. Very, very portable, manageable and versatile. Taking a 40 volt battery. Adds quite a bit of weight surprisingly, but still very usable. Pull the trigger, the light automatically comes on, so when you've got it in place you can check all your markings. And let's just give it a quick whirl. Very fast start up, but not an instant drag, and a good braking system on it. It also seems to have come with a specialised for cordless saws blade, which is actually much thinner than your standard blade. I would expect that to reduce your drag when cutting and extend your battery life. I'll have to get it in the garage to cut some wood and find out how it really works. To demonstrate the cutting ability of the saw, I'm going to use a piece of kitchen worktop, some 18mm OSB and a piece of 22mm decking board. I've already attached the extractor duct that comes in the box, ready for my Makita vacuum, collect the dust, and I've already adjusted the guide to the thickness of my cut that I want to go with. What I forgot to mention earlier is there's a little light up there which registers the torque. It has an automatic setting in here where it adjusts the torque setting to the thickness of the wood. If it's a nice clean thin piece, it'll turn the speed up so you get a quicker cut. If it's a thicker and more denser piece, it'll wind the torque up but slow the machine down, again giving a better cut. As we can see, the edges are really nice and clean, with no big chips or burrs across the edge, which you do tend to get with a lot of saws. Similarly, along the edge of the natural wood there, and with the kitchen worktop. See, it hasn't taken the plastic edging off at all. referring back to a feature I mentioned earlier with the track saw running through there, I have my 240 volt track saw pad from a different manufacturer, I might say. But it is a good fit. You have the adjustment knobs here and a locking bar just there for the track. I just remove the guide, drop it on the floor. One thing you have to do with this, obviously because this is not a dedicated track saw, you have to lift the guide up for the blade so that it will just sit in there. And again, you just use the guide, the release on the back to just lift the blade up to your desired height. This obviously you can't use it as a plunge unless you leave it loose, but you just have to bear in mind there's obviously no spring mechanism in which to bring it back into the safety guide. And also with that in mind as well, if you look underneath, you just have to be incredibly careful of the blade. But that said, come back to this side again, you have the adjusting knobs on each side so you can tighten it up so you get it nice and straight, and just lock it into the bar for a lovely nice smooth action. An incredibly versatile saw which I can't wait to use in anger on my next big project. If you have any questions or you'd like to see me try cutting other materials with it, please leave a comment in the box below. And until next time, thanks for watching.